Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys one of my new tools for Unity 3D that I've been creating and some improvements to the previous tool that I showed you guys, my terrain generation tool. So let's start with my new tool, which is the NodeMesh. Come here, create a new NodeMesh, just like we do with the terrain 2D that I show you guys on my previous video, and we get this node editor once again. So let's try to give a better look to this one. This is still a work in development, but it's very close to the final release. So right now I apply the material to this node mesh. This node mesh has some very similar behavior with my terrain editor, though it's made to create a bit of simpler meshes, and I did it because I wanted to improve my code base. You'll see on the next part of the video what I mean by improvements. So right now I'm going to start to add some additional nodes, creating a different visual. Here we go. Let's move it a bit more here to the side, to the center. Okay. This for now doesn't really have any nice look or anything, most because of the material and also because of the shape. So one of the improvements that we can do here is that we can give it a more natural look. So we have this toggle here for use bezier, and it's going to apply bezier curves to our mesh. So let's say that we are going to give it about 7 divisions between each of the nodes. So let's try to do it like this. There's a bit more here. This a bit more to the top here, and maybe here I would say. Yeah. So a brief explanation. For each one of the control nodes, we are going to have a starting bezier control node and an ending bezier control node. These two additional control nodes that we get when we toggle use bezier will give us some additional transformations added to the different segments that we have for the node mesh, allowing us to be able to get some curvy looks, some additional detail, and a much more natural look. One of the examples that I can give you with it is, for example, I'm going to add a new component here, texture offset mesh script, and let's play and see what happens. So at the moment, what this texture offset mesh is doing is that it's applying the offset direction to the main texture at this speed. If we start to slow down a bit more, we get it a bit slower, of course. One good application for this would be to make a 2D river, because as you can see it's like the water is flowing. Of course, you would have to spend a bit more time on the material and also on the shape of it, but I think you got the idea of how this works. So since this tool is very similar to my previous one, the Terrain 2D generation tool, I decided to apply the use bezier and bezier divisions to my terrain generation tool. So let's try to see, opening here another scene. Let's go to scenes. This one? No, we don't want to save. And yeah, we already have something here, a couple of terrains. So let's try to do something to this one. So let's make it just a little bit bigger. Spread the terrain parts a little bit. Yeah. Now as I toggle use bezier, you can already see that I've been playing a bit with this. So let's try to move each section of the terrain a bit. Each one of the segments is divided now into 5 segments, because this is the parameters that I chose here. And as we start to move the bezier control points, we start to give some different aspect to the terrain, something a bit more natural. This is the final result. If you compare it to what we had before, like this. As you can see, it's much easier to create some curves on our terrain that won't take much of the work. It's not like we have to click in every place just to get a different point. We can simply come here, use bezier, specify the divisions, and play around with the bezier control points to get a more smoother look. So, this is what I had to show you guys today. Thank you for watching. See you all next time.